Hey man, I just have a couple questions regarding the unstable universe that I want to ask you if that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Alright, well, then let's get to it. First, what to you is the most interesting thing about the unstable universe?
The most interesting thing about Unstable SMP is that there are four main protagonists. They're all pretty different from each other, and they show us how they specialize in different areas, which people who enjoy redstone, PvPing, or even strategic planning to enjoy, of course. It is scripted, but the lore makes it interesting. The music is genuinely amazing, and plenty of people can enjoy it.
Interesting. What, in your opinion, makes Unstable different from other scripted Minecraft servers?
Oh, again, I'll say it's the four different POVs that are given to you. As I have watched every single video from every single perspective, I can say each one gives you a different thing to look forward to, as well as giving different parts of a story that another perspective won't give you.
Why do you think that Unstable appeals to so many?
I think Unstable appeals to others because you can get a taste of a whole bunch of different people. Honestly, it's also the people who watch Unstable that help others enjoy it. Like theories, AUs, and animations are what draw people in.
Okay, thank you for your time.
See ya!
Just to add a little thing before we move on to the next section of the video, Unstable is a prime example of a publicized way of telling a story through a roleplay slash scripted Minecraft server, but there are definitely others that aren't shown to the public. Some people just play on roleplay servers with a community of friends, and it allows them to tell their own story without people's approval. Civilization Minecraft events are one of the more popular ways of telling a story in Minecraft. You don't just simulate civilization, I mean, well you can, but it's up to the civilians if they want to create their own nations and governments, or if they want to cause a war, or even start Breaking Bad in the middle of a civ event. Civ events could have different concepts, such as above ground and underground civilizations competing against each other. Maybe there could be 4 different islands with 4 different races competing against each other. Civ events have so much versatility and almost always end up with a unique story every single time. You can have a range of up to 100 to 1000 plus members in each event, allowing for so much diversity in players, which enhances the amount of interesting unique outcomes. A prime example of a civ event is Ish's 1000 Players Simulate Civilization Rich and Poor video, which is a cinematic story about division, the corruption of power, and the struggle to survive. The stark contrast of resources between the two islands breeds immediate envy, propaganda, and friction, as one island is granted plentiful resources which leads to their prosperity, while the other is a disadvantaged wasteland that struggles to survive. The poor island, Island 1, recognizes the unfairness of their setup, leading to their deep-seated hostility towards the fortunate paradise of Island 2. The tension between the two islands leads idealistic leaders to quickly lose their way once their authority or survival is threatened, and some are even killed for holding up their ideals. Rulers aiming for peace and order slide into authoritarianism, paranoia, and internal conspiracies, and grand visions of global unity or total peace inevitably collapse. Politics destroy ideals. Individuals destroy opportunity, and people will eventually take things into their own hands. A prime example of this being Flexion assassinating all of the leaders on Island 2 because he was afraid that Island 1 would kill them all, but also because he was unhappy with the current leadership on Island 2. Although Island 1 is projected to be the weaker island, they prove that people, when put under dire conditions and unfavorable expectations, will always find a way to shine. It's mostly an unscripted plot. People created the story without any outside assistance, and their own creativity ultimately gave us one of the greatest Minecraft stories ever told. Is this thing on? Is it recording now? Oh, okay, it is great. Alright, first, let's define what this video is. It's what people call an ARG, an alternate reality game. It's, quote, an interactive fictional story told through YouTube videos, hidden codes, and custom maps. Players look for secret clues, decode hidden messages in video descriptions, and solve mysteries together, end quote. It's basically a story that's not real, pretending to be real, and Wifies masterfully deceives the viewer into thinking that he's going to dissect and figure out this mystery like every other ARG, but slowly, it becomes apparent that that's not what this is about. It's about something much bigger. It's creepy, unnerving. Some things don't make sense. You try to anticipate what happens next, but you can't. You try to solve the mystery in your head, but you can't either. You aren't meant to. All you're meant to do is watch. It teaches us that not all mysteries are meant to be solved. Some things should just be left alone. The pursuit of knowledge and total comprehension could lead to self-destruction or a lack of self-preservation, but also, the story is about believing in yourself and moving forward. Despite impossible circumstances, Avery did this for Durlord 3, and Durlord 3 continued on to save Avery. They have never even met each other before, yet they were willing to lose everything to help each other. There are gates, and each gate seems to get progressively more difficult to get past. Each gate leads to a different world, but despite everything, Avery pushes forward, and Durlord defeats the King in Yellow. My favorite moment in this series was when Avery loses himself in the church for 12 hours. He loses himself, and once he finally sees signs left by Durlord 3, he remembers who he is. He remembers what he came there to do and declares that he won't forget ever again. You are real. You are special. Remember who you are. We often forget who we are. We often forget what we want to do or what we're supposed to do, but I think that's fine. No one truly knows what they're supposed to do with their life. What matters is that we keep pushing forward. We keep pushing past those impossible circumstances, those uncomfortable situations, those terrible tragedies that we may be subject to throughout our life, but we have to keep pushing forward, no matter what. The story begins with Ivory, a socially inept, shy, closed-off girl who is hired to work at Whitepine. She works as a maid for the Hemlocks, the owners of the estate, and slowly learns her way around. She's taught and eased into her job by Raptor, who would eventually come to be her best friend. By the end of the first episode, however, someone is killed. It's abrupt, jarring. The way that the camera moves when the body is discovered is so unnatural but so well done. It feels human. It's grounded in reality, but it chooses to be made in Minecraft. That's the medium chosen by Ivory, the creator. It's the medium chosen by so many because it's just so accessible and versatile. The atmosphere of Whitepine feels so realistic, and the color palette used throughout the show is earthy and unimpeding, but still full of life. It captures the feeling of everyday life very well, and I love it. It feels real. The sounds of kitchen cutlery clattering, chatter in the streets and banquets, the conversations and relationships between the characters all feel so tangible. You can feel what each character is feeling, and you can sympathize with them too. It's so easy to relate to Ivory and how awkward she is with others because people are scary. Expectations are scary. Everything can be scary. Another character, Div, later opens up to Ivory, and personally, I relate to him the most. I know others do too. The feeling that you want to change so that you can be accepted and loved by people, but you can't. It's difficult. He hates so many things about himself, but he can't change, because it's just not that easy. It's hard to be something that people don't think you are. I relate so much to this quote. It means so much. I relate to Div and how he wants to change, wants to be nicer, wants to be kinder. I relate to his longing for change. It can eat you up inside. It shows that coming out and expressing your true self or desires is hard, but Ivory believes in Div. You can change too. It's almost as if she's speaking to us, the audience, telling us to keep trying, to persevere. It might take some time, but you can do it. You can do it. It's scary, but one of the bravest things you can do is be vulnerable. She's telling us to be brave, to be vulnerable. Ivory even follows this advice when in the finale of the show, she opens up to Pyrocython's raptor that she's gay, and she's accepted by both of them. While it's easy to relate to Ivory and Div, it's not as easy to relate to those who commit despicable actions, but you can still see their humanity. Zombie is a prime example of this. He's portrayed as this senseless, emotionless father and company owner throughout the series, but you can see a glimpse at his love for his children despite how he treats them. He locks himself in his room and doesn't eat after V refuses to talk to him. It touches upon corporate corruption and selfishness, but also shows that everyone is human. People handle grief in different ways. After Mr. Cat dies, Pyrocyte's former maid, he grieves in secret and cries alone and pushes people away. Raptor carries grief from when his little sister died, which makes it easier for him to get over Mr. Cat's death. Div isolates himself to prevent himself from hurting others. Maddie learns to stay positive despite the gravity of everyone and everything pushing her down. Zombie realizes that he became the person that he is now because he lost his wife. I believe that Whitepine teaches people how to live with grief. Ash was the one there for Clown when he began having flashbacks to the war, Raptor was there for Ivory, and Ivory was there to listen to Div. Someone will always be there for you. Even in a world overrun by loss, people are there and leave marks on each other. People are flawed, and that's why the world is flawed. If everyone was perfect, then the world would be perfect. But that's impossible, isn't it? People are raised differently, grow up with different experiences which mold their values and beliefs. People commit atrocious acts, but you can still see the reasoning behind it all. But it also teaches that forgiveness can be sought for, but it can't always be earned, because sometimes it's impossible. It's too far gone. It's wrong that people are treated worsely just because they don't conform to society, but in the end, everyone is human. And that's why Whitepine is a story about humanity.